Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 5 Minute Crypto, the channel where we cover the most important crypto news in just 5 minutes. Back again with another crypto update. And guys, Vechain is the subject for today, as it is one of my favorite coins in the entire crypto space. And I really mean that, guys. It is one of my favorite coins. Now, Vechain is the 17th most popular crypto today by market cap, valued at 8.1 billion. Straight to the bat there, being at such a high market cap is kind of mind-boggling to me, purely on the fact that it was so cheap for the longest while, and we've been talking about this crypto ever since it was still called Vechain, which is years and years ago. But alright, Vechain was founded by Sunny Lu, the former chief information officer of Louis Vuitton China, in 2015, but went through a heavy rebranding process in 2018 where they basically took it from being called Vechain to Vet, and they basically switched to a new main net. And since then, Vechain has become all about supply chain management. The network has two tokens, Vechain token and the Vechain Thor Energy. And Vet transfers value between participants and can be as volatile as other crypto. Meanwhile, VTHO is basically gas that powers smart contracts on its native blockchain. Vechain works as follows. First, project managers assign a product's QR code with a unique Vechain ID stored on Vechain Thor. Afterwards, operations staff can collect and upload product cycle data directly on the blockchain. Once it reaches the consumer, they can scan tags and retrieve the manufacturing information directly from Vechain Thor's ledger. And consumers can then quickly identify whether or not the goods are counterfeit. For example, the network is currently being used to verify the authenticity of Nike shoes on a limited sale, scale, whatever, by an Australian clothing company. And there are also applications outside of the intellectual property protection, especially in countries such as China, where food safety is a major problem. Last year, the Vechain Foundation became the first blockchain entity to join the China Animal Health and Food Safety Alliance to provide food production traceability. Notable food brands such as McDonald's are also part of the CAVA. Adoption of the practice is gaining traction, and last year, Amazon filed a patent for a blockchain system that tracks goods as they move up the supply chain. So that's just kind of a basis as to what Vechain really does. And here you can see down below a little bit of what companies are working with Vechain. You have Walmart China, Kuehne & Nagel, Group Renault, or Renault Group, BMW, the list goes on, right? But more important are, for example, DNVGL and everything that has to do with its new toolchain feature, because what it basically has allowed them to do is offer this entire build process, so to speak, from the ground up, to a lot of different companies, and it's kind of down below here. According to the news release, Olive Times tied with Vechain to use its blockchain as a service platform to trace the product line of its ultra-premium extra virgin olive oil dubbed Special Olive. Vechain's blockchain and data quality will help improve the company's log data and key production stages to show the end user that Special Olive meets the promised quality. All right, so this is actually, Vechain is basically working with a company to basically ensure that every other company that wants it can basically get some sort of system in place through Vechain whenever they would find it necessary, basically. Now, it is mostly centered around China because that basically is where it's from. They actually have also had meetings with the official Chinese government, which is rather interesting if you were to ask me. And I would say there's two main things to understand. One, it is ever growing. So it's just making partners out of the partnership of the partner. And second of all, it has already got a really established partnership basis. So I was just talking about toolchain, right? So as such, it has integrated some application which connects consumers to the supply chain of specific products, powered by Vechain toolchain, which is the part that I was just referring to. That's what most things are now powered with, and that is again Vechain's kind of dual venture, if you want to call it, with some different companies. Now, that's not everything. Vechain also launched a blockchain platform to encourage carbon data reporting. Vechain has announced, this is just now, 3 hours ago, a new blockchain initiative designed to help businesses openly track and report their carbon emissions data. From some perspectives, I sometimes think some parties might really go and start to hate Vechain for what they're making the standard to be, because ultimately, every single piece of information that should be stored in some sort of way like that, like for example, in this process, I would always consider it like this, right? you want to make sure that your consumers can see exactly where your olive oil came from what freaking little, I don't know the English name for it anymore. Holy smokes. I don't know the name of what, oh, olives. Wow. Had a little bit of a derpy derp there. I forgot the name of olives in olive oil. That was pretty smart. So I'm gonna keep that in the video. That's funny to me. All right. So now I got sidetracked a little bit. I messed up there, guys. That was a I love it. That was so funny. I just could not think about it. In Dutch, it's olijf, by the way, so it's still very close. But I just had the picture in my head. I was like, what is that thing called? Now, they basically have it so that the whole track record is just put down. So from the freaking little place where it's grabbed all the way throughout the olive oil itself, every process is stored and tracked so you can really know for sure that it was a good process. And that's basically going to be the standard for most things, but just a small little scan of a QR code. I personally think, guys, that is going to be crazy, crazy, crazy in the future. So if somebody were to really ask me, should I buy Vechain? What is your expectation? I would say I am personally holding Vechain. I personally think it can really go to a couple of dollars, and I'm crazy freaking excited about it.